Hello, hello, this is MrChabry. The last time we took on Brock and got ourselves the Boulder Badge. Today what we're going to do is actually do some more battling, some more training. That involves going out towards the east here to Route 3. So there's a bunch of trainers actually. I'm actually surprised how many trainers there are on Route 3. Pokemon-wise, there's not really that many new Pokemon. You know, there's Ekans, Arbok, if you're playing Soulsilver, and Jigglypuff, which I don't really care much for those, because they're all lower-level Pokemon anyway. But even with that, we're also going to put Zephyr up front to start off this battle. So there's someone right here that we're going to start a battle with. And this guy's like, that's rude. They call me Shorts Boy. I think we know why. He's the guy that's like, shorts are easy and comfy to wear. So basically a callback to Generation 1. That goes into our question of the day, even though it's not totally related. Which Generation 1 starter do you choose? This doesn't pertain to this game necessarily. In the post portion of the game, you actually can pick a Kanto starter. But it's way late to even use it as like a team member or anything. But what I'm talking about is Generation 1, maybe even Gen 3 remakes. You know, like Leaf Green, Fire Red. Which starter do you choose out of the Kanto region? There's Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle. I usually use Squirtle. Part of it was because Pokemon Blue was the game that I played a lot out of Red and Blue. That was one reason. Another reason was I always thought that Blastoise looked cooler. Of course, that's basically an opinion. And a lot of people probably prefer how cool Charizard looks or how Venusaur looks. But I've always thought Blastoise looked the coolest out of the three. So yeah, I would say Squirtle is the one I chose. Plus Squirtle, I feel like, helps quite a bit throughout the game. Its typing, its moveset. It has a really good moveset. Water types usually have like a really wide moveset. Anyway, we just defeated Shorts Kid here without even batting any sweat. Let's see. This person is going to lead off with a Fearow. Actually, I do like the idea of leveling Eclipse up a little bit. So that way we can try to, you know, catch it back up. It seems to me that Eclipse usually has the hardest time catching up level-wise, so I think this route will use it pretty much through most of the route. We'll go for Payback. Payback's our best option. And we'll go ahead and hit this Fearow. Almost taking it out. Not quite, though. Not quite. Alright, trying to use a mirror move onto us. Not very effective. We'll just give a Payback to it as well. That Shell Belt is so helpful. And we'll see what Secret Power does. It doesn't do much, but we'll just see what it does. It does drop the accuracy, though, which is nice. I might actually switch out Secret Power. I might actually switch out Confuse Ray. I mean, I'm going to keep Flash because we actually still do need Flash. But I think it would be best to, you know, get rid of Confuse Ray and put something Stab there so it can actually do some work, you know. That might be what's going on that's hampering Eclipse, because it really relies on payback. So I'm going to see what TMs I've got that could teach it. Thief. Thief might be interesting. Dark Pulse might be fine. I'll see how much Dark Pulse, like how well Dark Pulse does on it. I know our Umbreon has better attack, but this thing has so much more base power, it might actually be better to have this on there as well. Actually, that's 50. So we'll get rid of Confuse Ray. It's very situational when it helps, and most of the time it doesn't. Most of the time, it seems like the Pokemon has broken through. So we'll see how well that does. Anyway, this youngster up here is going to lead off with Eradicate, so keep that in mind. We're going to get hit with a Super Fang. What that does is it brings your HP down to half. Dark Pulse looks to be about doing half as well. That is better than Secret Power, though. Eclipse would have been really nice if it had Crunch, you know? That'd be really nice. Anyway, you're going to live with like 1 HP, which is kind of annoying. We'll just do a Secret Power to finish it off. And I might go ahead and grab some potions. I keep forgetting to do that. We'll switch for the Paris. Just because I don't feel like getting knocked out by a Parasect. Then we'll finish it off with a nice, well-placed Flamethrower. Nice. Alright, and Arbok. I'll just go ahead Flamethrower. I need to go back and get potions anyway. I think that's our best bet. Arbok can be threatening sometimes. It does have a deceptively high high attack stat. Oh, excuse me, sorry. Anyway, let's go back and grab some potions. That's what I really need to do. I need potions. You need potions throughout your playthrough. We'll grab some max potions. Oh, that way I don't have to continuously go back and forth. And we'll put some full restores in there too. Now we are ready. And I could go heal up, but I feel like I would rather just go ahead and use my potion. Come on, quit that. Be a little bit quicker so we can get back on the road. We have a lot of traveling and a lot of battling to do. Alright, so if we hop down here, there's a few trainers that we can battle. So this one, this trainer is a double battle. And they're going to be bringing a Dugtrio and Electabuzz. So I'm going to actually put Awfully up here too. Eclipse and Awfully together. But yeah, you want to make sure that you have a Pokemon that you can actually handle itself against these two. Because for Dugtrio, you'd probably be thinking, let's bring a Water type, but Electabuzz will be there to stop that. Go ahead and Dark Pulse Dugtrio as we Brick Break. We'll just double target Dugtrio. That was the worst mistake because we're not doing anything this turn. Not doing anything this turn. Then we're gonna get paralyzed. That is unfortunate. I'll just double target the Dugtrio slot again. Doesn't matter. It'll be back. This is actually a well-made double team. It really is. Alright. Now we're at level 44. Look at that stat. See? Special attack's actually higher now. Interesting. Well, it's a good thing we put Dark Pulse on there. It is a good thing we put Dark Pulse on there. Payback still might be our main go-to just because when your Pokemon's slower, it does do more damage, but... And I'll go ahead and use a full restore on Eclipse. So Eclipse can actually do some work here. And Discharge, Discharge is going to be doing a lot of damage. There's nothing I can do to stop that. Thank goodness we didn't get paralyzed again. I've been so unfortunate. Now it looks to be like doing almost pretty much the same amount of damage. So a Secret Power and a Brick Break. Sorry, Awfully. Gotta make sure Eclipse gets some experience here. Please don't get fully paralyzed. Ooh, and the Synchronize actually coming through for once. Last time I didn't activate. Might be because it was two Pokemon on the other side. Alright, so with that, we can continue on. As you see down here, there's like a little meteor area where, you know, where apparently meteors have struck down in this route. Like a little interesting tidbit. Let's go ahead and just throw a revive at Awfully. And we'll go ahead and use a max full restore since we are paralyzed on Eclipse. Okay. Like I said, I'm going to try to make sure Eclipse gets the most experience out of this. Just because it's so far behind. So over here we've got a Fire Breather just hanging out in the grass. He's going to lead off with a Magmar. He also has a Weezing, but he also has a Camerupt, which is a Hoenn Pokemon, which is really cool seeing these Hoenn Pokemon sprinkled in here and there. Yeah, Dark Pulse and Payback's pretty much around the same, probably, if you factor in, you know, factor in the special attack and physical attack that Eclipse has. You see there, it does about a third. I do think Magmar has better special defense than defense. Yeah, it looks to be doing about the same amount of damage. Lava Plume's kind of annoying. Hopefully we don't get burnt. We probably will with our luck. And a Dark Pulse. Yeah, that payback would have probably done more if this Magmar was a little bit faster than us. That might be the main reason why it's doing so terrible. Anyway, we're going to pretty much heal up quite a bit of health here. Alright, Wheezing, we'll just, we'll actually switch into Zephyr. Let Zephyr get some experience out of this. Yeah, Wheezing here. And we'll just go for a Psychic, that should one-shot. We'll just stay in, I guess. For Camerupt. Camerupt's a cool Pokemon. It's actually a fire ground type. Which is actually a really cool typing. It's actually not a very common typing either. You'd think it makes sense, you know, like volcanoes would be a ground fire type. They're actually not that common. I think Camerupt and Primal Groudon are the only two. Alright, Fire Breather Otis. Ahead, I think I'll go ahead and switch into Seeker. Let Seeker get some experience again. The next person we're going to face is a Hiker. And of course, Hikers, they have a certain Pokemon type that I like to use, Rock and Ground. Also, there's an item that I kind of skipped, so we'll have to go back and grab that. Yeah, so Surf should be fine here. We should actually outspeed all of these things. Right, Rhydon. Up next. Let's go ahead and surf this thing as well. I'm going to run back and grab the item that we passed. Alright, Clefairy, which is actually an interesting Pokemon. Before Generation 6, Clefairy is a normal type. This is before fairy types existed, so yeah, it's kind of weird going back to a time where Clefairy's not a fairy type. It's like right there in its name. I mean, it's such a super idea, you know, introducing the fairy type. I'm surprised it took them all the way till Gen 6 to do so, because there's so many Pokemon that obviously would fall into a fairy typing. Alright, so we'll go back here to grab this item. There's actually a Repel. That I'd like to use. And we'll just ride our bike to get there. And here it is. This is the Big Root. So it increases, you know, Giga Drain, moves like that. Increases their health restoring qualities. Anyway, there is a black belt here. And he's probably wondering why I'm jumping off and on the bike. It's like, are you trying to show off, buddy? Of course you're trying to show off. He doesn't like that. Anyway, we're going to defeat him pretty easily because he's got a Poliwrath. And Poliwrath doesn't stand a chance against Seeker. So we'll just go and go for it. Hypnosis always hits us, it seems like. Oh, it's got Mud Shot too. That's great. Great. Alright, come on, Seeker. Oh my goodness, that was actually really lucky for us to wake up that soon. And it hit twice. Hypnosis should only have like a 60% chance of hitting, and every time someone goes for it, it hits us. Alright, we're going to just... I'm not worried about our speed. Oh, we have been pretty good at waking up. Okay, I'm not going to be salty anymore. Nice. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and end the episode here. I don't want it to get too long. We're going to have to do some more stuff in the next episode. So if you like this, give it a thumbs up, subscribe. I will see you in the next Pokemon video.